Welcome back, family. Welcome back, family. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get this screen going. Let's pop this off here.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, gotta remove this banner. Always do it.
Yeah.
Hold tight, y'all. Hold tight.
I, I think
I want to
that
see everything.
I think
We're
that
gonna
we
go
should.
right back to the beginning. Here you go.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
You said you wanted me to come meet you, so
Yeah.
what's going on?
I I think that we should. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say this because we have built like we built a dope bond, and
Yeah, I agree.
and like a bond like that is really hard to find, and I just I don't think it's right.
You don't think what's right?
I don't think it's right for me to string you along and really like be selfish to have you around when
What do you mean? What are you saying?
things aren't right with me right now. Like I'm really trying to figure out my life. I just basically lost my business. I'm not making the money that I used to make, to like financially support myself, and I feel like I'm on the verge of losing everything. And I really
And I understand it, and I told you I'm with you, babe. Like I told you, like we can work through this. I told you I got your back. Like what?
yeah, and I respect it, but the thing is, it's like I don't feel like it's right to see you go through all of that, knowing that I'm not able to be the man that I really wanted to be to you. I feel like I'll be holding you back because
But babe, I mean, I love you. When people love each other, they're supposed to have each other's back. And I'm telling you, like
yeah, and that's real, and I really respect that. I just don't want to see you go through that, the hardships and everything. And
so you're breaking up with me.
um, as hard as it sounds, um, I'm I really don't want to break up, but at the same time, I feel like that's probably the best thing to do right now because I'm not saying that we can't come back to each other. Who knows? Maybe if it's meant to be that. Maybe
Is there somebody else?
no, it's nobody else. Like I'm not that type of person. Okay. Like, yo, look at you, man. Why would I cheat on you with somebody else? Like, I'm not that type of dude.
It happens every day, baby. Like
I know, but like I'm saying, like I'm mature. Like at least I'm being mature enough to say that I just don't think right now us being together is a thing, okay? Because I'm just saying, like, what I'm saying, like I just don't have the finances or like right now my head is not in the right place to even.
I mean, two heads are better than one. And if I'm telling you that, we could figure this out together, like, what you not trying to hear that? All right.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing to hear. It's just I know it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a rough 6 months to a year. And as I said, I just don't want to put you through that. Like I love to come back to you when I'm in a better position to do everything that we wanted to do. We could travel, you know what I'm saying? We could explore the world, you know what I'm saying? We could go out and eat and
But
everything.
you just want to
I just
for now.
I just don't want to. I don't want to bring any burdens to you. Okay. I just feel like maybe it's best that you find somebody else that that will support you and that's able to afford you financially and mentally. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man.
Be safe. Okay.
Let's do that one more time. Well, let's do it one more time, and we just break this down as we go along, and then we're just gonna go straight after this. There's a couple things I saw.
Hey.
Hey, what's up?
You said you wanted me to come meet you, so
yeah.
What's going on?
She knew something was strange.
I think that we should.
She's looking around. She knows he's coming with something. And he says, I think that. This is just me thinking. I'm going to play it whole again, show later on. I just want to break this down earlier on in this. And then we're going to talk about it.
I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say this because we have built like we built a dope bond,
Yeah, I agree.
and like a bond like that is really hard to find. And
Well, if a bond like that is really hard to find, why are you breaking up with her? Why are you breaking up with her if it's hard to find?
I just don't I don't think it's right.
You don't think what's right?
I don't think it's right for me to string you along and really like be selfish to have you around when
Selfish to have you around, string you along. This brother's down low. This is not a money problem. He's down to work with this situation of him maybe losing his business, not having as much money. She's with him.
when
What do you mean? What are you saying?
things aren't right with me right now. Like I'm really trying to figure out my life. I just basically
You're trying to figure out your life. You're a grown man. You've been with this woman. Evidently, it wasn't a few weeks since you've been with her. I don't think it was 6 months, maybe 3 years, maybe 2 years, 3 years. And she's okay. Like she's with it. She's with him. So what's the issue? It can't be money. I don't know what's in this woman's pockets, but she's like, listen, 2 heads are better than 1. Her soul is being slaughtered because she knows what's coming right now. Look at the expression on her face. Look at her hand up with the phone. Her defenses are up, but she's being gutted right now.
lost my business. I'm not making the money that I used to make, to like financially support myself, and I feel like I'm on the verge of losing everything.
Wait. By you breaking up with her, you're on the verge of losing everything. Because when you have a good woman like this, that is everything. That's everything. She's not a gold digger, obviously. She had no problem with you when you were making money. She was into you. I can tell she has her own. She's offering to say, hey, we can work through this together. Right? She holds him in some kind of regard. All of a sudden, money's the issue. And he feels he's going to lose everything. Yet, he's breaking up with her and he's going to lose everything. This guy is down low. I don't know. I don't see the chat room right now. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not another woman. Maybe it could be. But this is strange. Why would you want to hurt somebody like that?
And I really
And I understand it. And I told you I'm with you, babe. Like I told you, like we can work through this. I told you I got your back. Like what?
yeah, and I respect it, but the thing is, it's like I don't feel like it's right to see you go through all of that, knowing that I'm not able to the man that I really wanted to be to you. I
Wait
feel
a
like I'll
second.
be holding you back.
This is a bunch of malarkey because to me, she doesn't come off like a gold digger or somebody who is, and as she admitted, we can get through this together. 2 heads are better than 1. I'm assuming through the skit that to have her come meet him at the park, they're not living together. She obviously wants to be with him. The economy is bad out here. And there are people who are together and love each other, but they still have their separate places. But they're like, listen, I love you and you love me, or at least I think you love me. We didn't plan on living together. If this is going to be this rough, I'm not saying for some man to trick a woman to come in and moving in with her, not that man bum stuff. He's saying the opposite. And she's going to say, listen, I'm with you. We need to get, she didn't say that. But I know, what is she going to do? She wants to be with the guy.
But babe, I mean, I love you. When people love each other, they're supposed to have each other's back. And I'm telling you, like,
yeah, and that's real. And I really respect that.
Wait, respect that? You don't respect her. You come up with this cockamamie excuse to break up. Oh, let me let this thing roll.
I just don't want to see you go through that, the hardships and everything. And
well, she's about to go through it because you're breaking up with her. I'm not saying she's rich. The money's obviously not an object to her as far as helping or getting together. You've been together. She feels you are a worthwhile investment. And I'm not saying investment like that's all she's into as far as money's concerned. But once a woman sees that the man is a good man and he's doing his thing, and he may get on some hard times. A woman like this is like, listen, she feels he's a catch, obviously. She's into him. She's not dumb. But he doesn't want to put her through all of this. But he's about to put her through all of this. And there's some other reason other than what he's saying. Chat room, please. Comment section, please. Tell me what you think it is. I think the brother's down low.
So you're breaking up with me.
As hard as it sounds, I really don't.
Oh God, look at her face. Look at her face. It's like, really and truly, men, we don't hit women, but it's like she's preparing to get punched in the face. She's scared right now. The adrenaline is pumping. She's at his mercy. She loves him. As hard as it seems right now. Why?
I want to break up, but at the same time, I feel like that's probably the best thing to do right now, because
let him go.
I'm not saying that we can't come back to each other. Who knows? Maybe if it's meant to be that, maybe
that we can come back to each other, and if it's meant to be. So what you're saying is it's not meant to be. Listen to that. That's really what he's saying. And why isn't it meant to be? Because he got homeboy in the car waiting around to give him some head. This guy's down low. Sorry, excuse me, but this guy's down low.
Is there somebody else?
No, it's nobody else. Like I'm not the type of person, okay? Like, yo, look at you, man. Why would I cheat on you with somebody else? Like, I'm not the type of dude.
It happens every day, baby.
Well, this is a real woman, so he don't want a real woman. He wants something else. He wants something else. He don't want the donut. He wants the popsicle. That's what he wants.
Like,
I know, but I'm saying, like, I'm mature. Like, at least I'm being mature enough to say that I just don't think right now us being together is a good thing, okay? Because I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't have.
I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, that's that cheap filler when you come up with lies.
I don't have the finances or like right now my head is not in the right place.
Okay, which one is it? That you don't have the finances or your head's not in the right place? Or maybe you want your head to be somewhere else between some man's crotch. That's what I'm thinking. Which one is it? If his finances were failing, don't you know it? Don't you know it? Like, you don't wake up one day and you're bankrupt. You don't wake up one day, you know when the bills are piling up and when you're losing the grip on staying ahead of your bills. And so many people today are just barely making it, staying ahead of their bills. Like the question was always levied out there in social media, how many paychecks are you away from the curb? And if this was the case with him, he should have said something. Don't just invite her to the park and you sitting there like the executioner that you are, because you slaughtered her soul, you broke it to her this way, and she has to turn around and walk away feeling this knot in her chest. She's already feeling it. Look at her face. She can't believe this.
I mean, two heads are better than one. And if I'm telling you that, you know, we could figure this out together, like, but you're not trying to hear that.
He's not trying to hear that. He's not trying to hear that.
All right.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing to hear. It's just, I know it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a rough 6 months to a year.
No, he's saying 6 months to a year because in 6 months or to a year, he's ghost. He's already done. He's finished with her. Finances? Come on.
And as I said, I just don't want to put you through that. Like, I love to come back to you when I'm in a better position to do everything that we wanted to do. We could travel, you know what I'm saying? We could explore the world, you know what I'm saying? We could go out and eat and everything.
You should have been doing that.
Just want to
for now. I just don't want to. I don't want to bring any burden to you. Okay. I just feel like maybe it's best that you find somebody else that, you know, that will support you. And
she's saying goodbye. You know, she's holding on to his hand, but she's saying goodbye right there because she knows it's a bunch of BS. She knows it. She's a smart woman, intelligent, and she's a real lady. She's not making any scene. She pleaded her case. He rejected it. She's hurting, but she's going to move on. You blew it, buddy.
Afford you financially and mentally. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Be safe, okay?
Be safe, okay? That's what you can say?
Be safe, okay?
Hey.
I'll put it in position so when we run it back again. This is crazy. I'll leave it right there. Let me go in on. Oh, wow. Wow. This is something that see, now if the possibility, right? I'm not saying this is the reaction for everybody, right? But say, for example, now, she gets angry. She has a right to be bitter. This woman here, look, we're filling in the gaps. We're going on our feeling. I made this banner and I caught certain shots that I thought were crucial. Look at the face that she made to the left of me, right under the SCURV logo. That's a pained expression. The one on the right, she's pleading her case, like, we can work this out. The one next to it is like, oh, really? I can't process this. And the one next to me on my, well, not my right on the banner, but right next to me on the Lance, she's like, I can't believe you're coming up with this BS. You had me come out here to the park. And they're going to be people who say, oh, Lance, you a simp. You're doing these shows, you favorite. Look, there's a lot of women that do guys bad. We'll do this. This just dropped in my lap. This just dropped in my lap. So casually. See, for the next man, she might be, you know, Farrakhan said this now. Minister Farrakhan said this. Don't get mad at me. And I sign off on it. Farrakhan said, I can't even find where it is, but I have milk crates of Nation of Islam, Minister Farrakhan videos in the 80s. I used to play over and over. I had the biggest collection. And he said, every time you see a no good woman, it's because of a no good man. Every time you see a no good woman, it's because of a no good man. Whether you see the origins of why they've gotten that way or not, to me, when you see a woman, I'm going off of this now. I'm kind of going away from it, but I'm going to come back to it. Every time you see a woman who's out there, to me, aside from other severe emotional trauma, getting money from men, playing them, they had to come to a point where they say, okay, this is all you want from me? This is all men want from me. So, okay, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you good, but you better pay me. Some men or man or group of men over time, short period of time, longer period of time, cause different women to get to a certain point. Because I never saw that innocent little girl. I never saw that innocent little girl just turn a certain way out of nowhere. And then these men want to turn around and blame them and talk about, I'm a passport brother. No. You want to run your game somewhere where you think you can get over easier. But for those passport brothers that brag on, I don't need the Black American woman or any Western, it could be Canadian, it could be, you know what I mean? That side of the world where we think a certain way. And they're fed up. And again, I say there are women out here who have gotten to certain points. But what came first, the chicken or the egg? I've seen many women I've known from school, high school, junior high school, and then you meet them, and they're 30 now. And although they may know me from before, I'm not talking about hitting on them. Oh, but how you been? How's everything? Oh, man, you know, been through it. And there's a light that's should be still inside of them that's gone. I study people. I study human nature. I never knew, like, I study human nature. No, I never thought about that. But all my life, I was into the interact. Let me stand up. I've been sitting down all day. Stretch my legs. All my life, I've studied human nature. The interactions, the little things. As an artist, I would see the little things that most people didn't see, the snapshots, the expressions, those things that happen in milliseconds that tell you a whole lot when you observe. This is why I lifted these snapshots. I took my time and lifted them and put them there the way I wanted to put them. Because you're witnessing a slaughter right there. Will she be ready for that one? Because obviously this man was not the one. This is why I say more and more as I live life. I've done a lot of foolish things. I've broke a heart or two. I've had my heart broken. I walked in on something going on, missionary position right in front of me. I didn't flip. So I'm speaking from experience. That was worse than what you saw here. Does it make me less than a man? No, I'm telling it. I think it makes me more of a man how I handled it. I walked away. That was it. That's not mine no more. But I knew it anyway. Long story. And then they say that there ain't no good woman out here. Well, why don't you reprimand the brother who's out there running wild and purposely using and hurting these sisters? Purposely. Like, and I know that. I've seen them. I've known them. I need me a girl, man, you know, one with a good paying job because I'm trying to get this car. I need me a good girl, man, you know. I need to go to the church and find me a good black woman. And then they walk in there with a Bible and their evil intentions. Somebody praise the Lord. And they're looking for the easiest thing. Don't even love the woman. Don't even like the woman. Don't even like the way the woman look. Yo, bro, man, you know, my girl coming over, but don't laugh, man. You look a little weird. What? You're using her. And these women are tired of being used. They're tired of it. They ain't going for it no more. We're all walking around in an unnatural state. An unnatural state of not being where we should be. We're made for each other. Whether you want to talk the Christian stuff or the Muslim stuff or the Judaism, whatever. I'm not even saying the words right. My brain is thinking so fast. Point blank. If you're not interested in the woman, don't go that far. If you date the woman, if you court the woman, and you feel this way, ease out before she invests her feelings, fool. But now, look, maybe she's not destroyed, but that's a slaughter right there. We don't know where she finds herself after this. But let's deal with the extreme situations, right? We put locks on our door because we don't want anybody to break in or come in, but let's hope that that doesn't happen. We have insurance on our vehicles. We hope we don't get in a crash and destroy our vehicles and probably destroy ourselves or hurt ourselves, but we have to have it anyway. Why do you go so far when you're not sure? If you're not sure, say you're not sure. But for her to have her feelings invested this way, to be so hurt, I don't think she has mental problems. But the next man might deal with her and say, oh yeah, man, I think she cray-cray. Well, who made it that way? And why aren't we calling out the brothers who do this? But you're going to turn around and call me a simp. I'll deal. And please, sisters, understand when I go in on the women who have done wrong, I'm not changing what I said about the woman who was made bad by a no good man. Then go against Farrakhan then. Go against him then. Fellas, if you don't like that, it's the truth. Because like I've said before, I've had close friendships with lesbians that I treated right. And something melted off of them where they started to get interested in me. No, I didn't approach them where, oh yeah, girl, I got something for you. I'm gonna straighten you out with this thing over here. No, I treated them with love, kindness, respect. And did meddle in that area. But the way I would treat them helped them to come to a different place. Not because, oh, I want to get with you. They didn't, I mean, yeah, I kind of got like that, got that from them, but they gave me respect because I gave them respect and I treated them properly. See, when a man treats a woman properly, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. Do I have to wait till I'm 75 years old to say some things that I know? Do I have to be 85 years old or 90 before people respect what I say? I'm 60, yo. Maybe I look a little younger than what I'm supposed to be or something like that, but I don't know how to be old. I'm sorry. Even when I'm old, I don't know how to be old because it's an energy thing. It's not an age thing. I'm not going, well, I'm 60 now. I need to go home and look stupid. Blah, 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 blah. I'm getting no aches and pains. No. I'm already out of my body. My body follows me. My body follows my energy. So because I keep it that way and I live that way, I'm not going to not say something until I'm in a rocking chair. I ain't never going in a damn rocking chair. I'll crawl on the ground first. I'm telling you what I know. I've been through a lot of things. I've done a lot of things, a lot of crazy things. Y'all know. I don't have to keep going back to that. I don't. There's something over here on the other table I want to grab, y'all. Just give me a second, okay? I'm not even going to put no music on. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Listen, I think my sound is right. I took my headphones off. Let me just turn this other sound down because I know everything is calibrated right. Look, you break somebody's heart, it becomes somebody else's issue. And they got to know how to handle when a woman has been, I'm not going to say destroyed, but when her heart has been slaughtered, you know, her soul has been slaughtered. You got to know how to help to nurture her, bring her back. And some dudes, man, I ain't gonna mess, but then you don't deserve it then, because more and more with each passing year, so many of our sisters are getting destroyed. And then we have the other issues of the whole chasing tail and lust and social media and twerking and popping your butt and BBLs. This place has gone haywire and I don't like it. Bring me back to the 70s, y'all. I don't give a damn about a cell phone. I don't give a damn about no beeper. I don't give a damn about no computer because I'm old school. If you want to call me old, but I come from a time when things were golden. The sun shined brighter. We appreciated a young lady in her charm and her essence. We saw bodies after that. Wow, she got a nice shape. But before that, there was a crush. There was a feel. There was an attraction. And most men feel that they have to prove themselves in the bedroom. And it's like a notch on a belt. And then what? You lose or leave this person damaged, a trail of damaged women in your path. That you really took them there. You really took them there. I'm gonna go back in my life and say some things, reveal some things. One thing I kind of regret. It's not a regret where it's something I'm revealing. It's just I hurt somebody's feelings one time, and as I got more mature, it hurt me back. I went through a big breakup. I won't say the time. I won't say this was way back. This was way back, decades, right? And there was a young lady I knew from junior high school. Really sweet young lady, and I knew her well. We fell out of contact. And I went to this breakup, and I was still hurting, but the word was out. Now, I'm not saying I'm some big catch or whatever, right? I'm not saying that. But the word was out, and it's, oh, shoot, he's single? But I was fresh off a breakup. So these phone calls were coming in, people coming to my house, ringing the bell and everything like that. And I was talking to a few young ladies, and I wasn't having sex with them. I wasn't trying to even, because I was still kind of hurting, and that was my mistake. And there was one that I was talking to, the one that I knew from junior high school. Even at 60 years old, so far gone, I wish I can find her and say, listen, I'm sorry. There was one that I was interested in, and I was interested in her too. I'm telling you the truth. I wanted everything to freeze until I could make up my mind, but I shouldn't have been in a position to make up my mind because the sting of the breakup was still there. I'm confessing here, y'all. And this is when I was much younger. And I kind of advanced with the other young lady. And this one here who was so sweet. And in hindsight, a better catch, I avoided her. And then one day I came home, parked the car in the garage, and she was really concerned. She wasn't stalking me. No, I won't say that. But she came to my house and she realized that I was with somebody else in my house. I don't know how she realized that. Maybe she was parked at the block, whatever. But I acted like I wasn't home and didn't answer. And I was kind of hurt knowing, and I felt rotten. Because my car, the engine was still hot. I just got in. And you could hear it. And she knew this. And she called me about a week later and let me know how much it hurt. And I could have told her, but I wasn't trying to be Mr. Player. I was hurting still, and I should not have been engaged with any women. So when I speak about these things, I'm speaking from experience. You see what I mean? And I shouldn't even have been entertaining them that way. And it was like, oh, I'm picking one to be, because I'm going to be honest too now. I'm not taking the blame of myself. But a few of these women were very aggressive because they were like, I'm going to get them. You know? And I'm going to put up what Abdullah said. Okay? I'm going to put it up on the screen. I am from Zanzibar, and this lady is half naked. In our culture, and it is possible that her man did not like the lack of meaningful communication between them, and so they have to discuss sensitive topics. So continue on in the public park. Okay, but I'm just saying, half naked. Look, I'm not, her being well endowed. I mean, obviously she's not walking out there trying to sashay around and titillate men. She can't help the way she's built. She can't help the way she's built, because if she had a burlap sack on or a potato sack over her, most men are going to see what she has. And of course, there's a word you mentioned, Abdullah, culture. Okay, it's a different culture. But all things being equal, look in that woman's face. That woman was not going to cheat on that man. And people are going to say, well, how you know that? No. That woman, she was into him. No matter what. Difference of cultures and society and what the societal norms are. Okay, you know, if that was my woman, I know that guys are going to say something. She got an hourglass shape. I mean, come on. I'm only bringing this up because it was brought up, right? That's nothing that even, exactly. That's how they dress in America. Exactly. This woman had nothing on her mind, wayward. That woman there, I trust that woman. I trust her. I trust her. She don't even think about that. She's there for her man, and he floated her soul. Now, a woman who may not have the class and the strength, it would have been a whole different scene. Right? And maybe that is the safest place. Who knows? You know, I don't know. You know, I don't get that she's going to start grabbing things and throwing them around and so on and so forth. But look how easy it was for him to discard of her, not be considerate over her feelings. Now, if you have a legitimate reason to break up and not be together, you have to explain it properly. But what he was saying and talking about be safe, you can't clean it up at this point, and you were probably in shock that she walked away so easy. And she's going to hurt. She's going to cry. Probably going to cry for the next few months because everybody's going to be asking, you know, where's your man? Where's your man? You know how it is. You break your arm or you walk down the street in your community. Hey, man, how you break your arm? You broke your arm? How'd you break your arm? So you've been answering this question all day. And that's easier to answer. A broken arm, I fell off my bike. Case closed. But every time you're going to be reminded when somebody asks, oh, tell so-and-so I said hi, not knowing you broke up. And then you bust out in tears. They go like, what's wrong? And they're going to figure it out. And it's not that you broke up for a real legitimate reason, but you broke up on some vague foolishness, BS that she can read through. And she thought more of you. And exactly, Queen, I know who I am. Sounded very mature, and he wanted out. And it was not for those reasons. It was not for those reasons. I say he's down low. I mean, he didn't have to sound effeminate. He's willing to work it out. Look at the picture on the right. Two heads together are better than one. That's a keeper. Look, when you get one of them like that, and dudes in the comment section going to say something about, it's not even about her body. I don't care if she was built like olive oil or for Popeye. From the heart. You realize in life, you can go through all the body parts you want and try them all out, all the orifices you want and try them all out. But who's going to be that one that's there for you? Because guaranteed, he's going to go out there now. He may feel a little bad, but he'll be up in some next chick's face and she going to do him wrong. She might even like his lies and be around for a while. But if this is who he is, he's going to catch it one day because you can't play with people like this. She walked away classy, but she's the one who might get the phone call. Hey, girl, did you hear about your ex? No. What happened? He got in a car accident or something? No. He was stabbed 42 times, laying up in this woman's bed. And she went through his phone because the phone kept ringing. But he had it on vibrate, and he didn't have no PIN code on there. And she saw all the text messages and the pictures of what he was doing. And he didn't know that she broke up or had a breakup from somebody that did her wrong in her past. And she flipped. And she went to the kitchen and got a butcher knife. She's locked up now. She's probably going to get life because he's dead. You can't play with everybody. See, so for every woman like this who'll walk away, you playing Russian roulette, because there's going to be one that's going to do something to you. Did I tell you the story of, I was in my early 20s, I think. Yeah, I was. Maybe I was 19 or 20. And I used to date older women. Not exclusively, but, you know, that's just what it was. So I met this young lady. She's a little older than me. And she invited me over her home. This was in the Bronx. I couldn't even tell you where. The Bronx confuses me in New York City, even though I know most of it. And so we just met. Like, yo, we talked one time, 2 times, come over. I was daring. I went over there. It was nighttime, like 9 o'clock at night. And I noticed that, and I took chances. I was adventurous. I noticed that I was sitting over there like a lazy boy. She said, "Oh, you can have a seat." And she pointed to the lazy boy. So I'm like, she don't want to sit next to me? I was like, okay. So she sat on the couch in front of me, 3-seater. And she had a lengthy dress on. I mean, but she folded her legs on the couch. You know, you can see her legs there. I'm seeing everything. I'm watching the doors also. Anytime I would go to visit somebody I didn't know, I'm making sure. Watching them doors. Them other doors in them other bedrooms. I was really foolish. I shouldn't have done that, right? They could have been back there looking to rob me, stab me, shoot me, whatever. But that didn't happen. So we're talking and getting to know each other, which should have been done in a public place. But I was young, 1982 or something like that. So we talked for a while, but I got a strange vibe from her. Real strange vibe. So after about an hour and a half, my throat was getting dry and she offered me some water. And you know, back in those days, we didn't really have bottled water. New York City was the tap. Because New York City has some of the best water in the world, the filtration systems. So she ran the tap. I saw her, you know, the way I was angled. She just slipped nothing in there. So she brought me the glass. Now I have a hang up about glasses, right? About drinking glasses. It's got to be squeaky clean. Plates also. It's got to be squeaky clean. I kind of gave it the glance. It was clean. Not to get off the subject, but my aunt, or my mother's aunt, so what does that make that? My grandaunt? I don't know what you call it. But she was over to the house. Long story, long circumstance, back in 77. So my mother was in the hospital, you know, at the time when she had the cancer. And so my grandaunt was there and she was cooking food and everything like that. And she made like some drink mix, vanilla drink mix or something like that. And she mixed it up and everything like that. Well, you know, on the bottom there was still some soap. Man, that messed me up. I'm like, I gotta look. So if I'm ever around anybody here in the chat room and I start side-eyeing the glass, the fork, the plate, they gave me a hang up. So I'm drinking the water. And she drank some too. And she's like, Lance, I'm really relaxed around you. I can see you're a good guy. I'm like, thank you. You know, he said, your vibe is nice. You don't seem like you're some predator. I said, but listen, I'm a man still, but you know, I like to be social. I like to have conversation. So she's like, yes, because I like to protect myself because I had some bad situations in dating. It's like, okay. And she says, I can put this away now. Wouldn't you know, between the arm of the couch and the cushion she was sitting on, there was a butcher knife? And she got up, walked past me, and put the butcher knife back. That freaked me out. I didn't run out of there, but didn't stay long. Now I understand that was her trauma, and the way she communicated it with me, it was like, okay, it was a little harsh because as muscular as I was at that particular point, there's no way I can fight a knife. No way. No way. So we don't know what we're dealing with. And ladies, you don't know what kind of men you're dealing with. There are men who will do things to you. She's been through it. Now, this man in the video didn't harm her physically. And I'm not condoning that he would, but damn, a slap in the face would have hurt less than what he did to her, if you know what I mean. And I don't condone any violence toward women. I don't do that. I don't do that. Oh, God, that hurt me. Listen, for the sake of those who came late, who probably have to look at this again, let me play this video again, and we'll continue on for a little while longer. All right, let me remove this banner. Hold on, y'all. Hold tight. Let me remove this. Going over here and hit play.
Hey, what's up?
You said you wanted me to come meet you, so
Yeah.
what's going on?
I think that we should. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say this because, you know, we have built like we built a dope bond, you know, and like a bond like that is really hard to find, and I don't think it's right.
You don't think what's right?
I don't think it's right for me to string you along and really, like, be selfish to have you around when.
What do you mean? What are you saying? Things
aren't right with me right now. I'm really trying to figure out my life. I just basically lost my business. I'm not making the money that I used to make, to like financially support myself, and I feel like I'm on the verge of losing everything. And I really
and I understand it. And I told you I'm with you, babe. Like I told you, like we can work through this. I told you I got your back. Like what?
Yeah, and I respect it, but the thing is, it's like I don't feel like it's right to see you go through all of that, knowing that I'm not able to be the man that I really wanted to be to you. I feel like I'll be holding you back because.
But babe, I mean, I love you. When people love each other, they're supposed to have each other's back, and I'm telling you, like.
Yeah, and that's real, and I really respect that. I just don't want to see you go through that, the hardships and everything. And
so you're breaking up with me.
As hard as it sounds, I really don't want to break up, but at the same time, I feel like that's probably the best thing to do right now, because I'm not saying that we can't come back to each other. Who knows? Maybe if it's meant to be that. Maybe.
Is there somebody else?
No, it's nobody else. Like I'm not that type of person. Okay. Like, yo, look at you, man. Why would I cheat on you with somebody else? Like, I'm not that type of dude.
It happens every day, baby. Like
I know, but like I'm saying, like I'm mature. Like at least I'm being mature enough to say that I just don't think right now us being together is a good thing. Okay, because I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like I just don't have the finances or like right now my head is not in the right place to even.
I mean, and two heads are better than one, and if I'm telling you that, we could figure this out together, like, but you're not trying to hear that. All right.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing to hear. It's just, I know it's going to be hard. It's going to be a rough 6 months to a year, and as I said, I just don't want to put you through that. Like I love to come back to you when I'm in a better position to do everything that we wanted to do. We could travel, you know what I'm saying? We could explore the world, you know what I'm saying? We could go out and eat and
but
everything.
You just want to
I just
for now.
I just don't want to bring any burdens to you, okay? I just feel like maybe it's best that you find somebody else that that will support you and that's able to afford you financially and mentally. Okay. I'm sorry. Be safe, okay?
Yep. She had a long walk home, and she had a lot to think about. A lot to think about. Just look at that scene, especially when she put her hand up. She was done. Look at the look on her face. This expression didn't indicate the pain that she was feeling. She was stabbed. Look at this. Right there, you could tell. I notice these things. I mean, we all do, right? But I look into people's faces and I really, really look into their face. It's just, I don't know.
I just feel like maybe it's best that you find somebody else that, you know, that will support you and, you know, that's able to afford you financially and mentally. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Be safe, okay?
Right there. She don't want to hear it no more. She's not going to get violent. She's not going to get loud. But the way she put her hand up, she don't want to hear it no more. And he's trying to be safe, okay? Like, how do you do that? And where are you going now? You're going to go try to make more money? You think she's going to wait for you after you did it like that? No. It don't work like that, buddy. It don't work like that, bozo. It doesn't. Beautiful day, too. Beautiful day. And you said, meet me in the park. He's going to be on a certain bench, and she's walking up. She's not the kind of woman to make some kind of scene. What's the real deal? What y'all think? Let's take a little survey, right? Is it another woman? Is it what he said that it was? Is it another man? Huh? What could it be? It can't be money. Most men, you know, they want to have their pockets right and everything, but they're not going to lose or get rid of a good woman because of that. I don't want to take you through this. She had your back, fool. Maybe some men may feel funny, like, oh man, I don't want to be the, you know, I'm funny like that. I don't want to be looked at as no bum. The times in my life I had to grin and bear it, and I suffered, and I didn't say nothing. I just grin and bear it, make it right. As a man, you make it right. You suffer, you go through whatever, but now when you're the kind of man to not want to use a woman, and she's coming to you, but that wasn't the reason anyway. Because you see how light he was. Oh, be safe. Like he's happy. Got rid of you. You see what I mean? Be safe. Be safe. You be safe if you running around with these different community orifices. Be safe. Like that's going to console her pain that you know you gave to her. What's up with that? That's right, K. Levy. Never run back to a situation that tried to break you. Let me put that on the screen so people can see that. Yeah, you think it's a Becky? It might be. That's a super fool. Because Becky gonna do it right back to you. Becky don't care. And Becky ain't gonna run with you when you broke anyway. If you have potential or something like that, you know what I mean? But you know, and again, okay, Queen, I know who I am. You think it's another woman? It very well might be. And it may not be a download situation, but that guy's a clown. Maybe he never took the relationship with this woman serious. And maybe, like many men do, they know that this woman is further along in her feelings than his, which he was never into this. From what I see, he was never into this. You know, for him to just let it go. It's just like this mentality these days it's like, and you're right, we really don't know what's the deal. And how could she be safe without a man by her side? Exactly. Rejection is God's protection. Maybe he is out there running around, you know? And maybe that's good for her that he's not around her. I don't know if they're sexually active or not together, but I'm assuming they are because this is a relationship. And maybe if he catches something deadly, she won't get it. You see what I mean? Life can throw you so many twists and turns, and karma's real. And sometimes we see bad things happen to good people. We understand that. But this thing is real. At the end of the day, like I said, 6 chambers and 1 bullet. You keep putting that bullet gun to your head and pulling the trigger, you're going to get it one day. You might not get it now. It may come later. It may not be public. It may be something private. The world never knows, but you're going to get it. But see, I'm going to come back and blame social media a little bit too. I'm not going to put no blame on her, but how these guys are conditioned to see women now is so interchangeable. Like you're flipping through profiles. Oh man, look at that one. Look, I talk to a lot of women now. I know what goes on. Come on, y'all. Hardly meet a dude that reached out to you that you don't know. I'm not saying, look, this is very safe if you do it right, sisters. But a lot of these guys, you meet them one day, maybe in a chat room. It's okay, I'll talk. It seems like I went to his profile. He may be kind of okay. I've had this told to me, not like this exact way I'm saying it. It's a compilation of everything. The guy had interesting conversation. I see he's about something. It's not just about a job or businesses, but it shows something about you. If you can maintain something, it's tough out here. Or if you have a business, you maintain it, you specialize in something, that's admirable. Okay, she ain't a gold digger, but that's admirable. You're responsible. You hold your own. Good sign. You see the interaction between this man and other people. Sometimes you don't. That's a red flag right there. And then you meet in the public place and you talk for a while. You keep meeting in the public place. And so we go 2, 4, 6, 8, things gradually happen, but all of a sudden he sends you a picture of his penis. Like, how did we get there? And sometimes they just send you this stuff. I know this. You know? Maybe, yeah, you're right, Giant Game. That's but see the way he did it. You know what I mean? It was weak the way he did it. I'm not doubting you, sister. I'm just saying, and I am kind of on her side. By the way she was hurting. And again, we see people in public. You don't know. I'm going to grant you that. I mean, not that I have to grant you this. I'm not a judge, right? I grant you that you might be right. No, that's a possibility. Giant Game, that's a possibility. But to play devil's advocate, if she was like that, she was too cool. I kind of lean toward her not. But the public park thing, you know. Yeah. And the way the camera was kind of facing, well, I think this was a skit. I think this was some very good acting on her part. Maybe it's not. Jeff, Spark in the house. I think this was a skit. Well done, because I've seen her before somewhere. Like doing different acting or whatever. Maybe somebody that looks like her. But this was like, she would have said something about it if it wasn't a skit. Good camera. Who says it's a phone? It could be an outright camera. The sound was right. If this was real, you'd hear her, but her sound was too clear. There was a mic right near her over the scene, a boom mic or a shotgun mic. Seriously, I mean, I look at those things. It's a skit, but it's so realistic that we have to talk about it because these things do happen. People break up over a text message. You know what I mean? Oh, he texted me and broke up with me. Dudes are sloppy. Not all. And I would have to say, usually it's a lot of the women breaking up with the men. You know, maybe I'm wrong on that. What do you think about that? Who breaks up more? There's a variety of reasons, legit. Let's just take the whole shebang, the whole pool of it. To me, I think women break up with men more than men break up with women. For whatever reason. You know? Yeah, she could, Lori. We put this up on the screen. Lori Brown says, yes, a public place may have been safe for him. She can go 0 to 1,000 quick. She could be over emotional. Maybe he has seen sides of her and that scares him. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I may be seen it the wrong way. I'm not seen as a right or wrong way. We're really speculating on all angles. But my initial response was that this guy has something up his sleeve, another woman, he's down low, whatever. But yeah, let's look at it that way. There's a possibility of that also. Yeah. That's right. Wow. Let's put this up here. NPCs are non-playable characters. NPCs are into video games mostly. They are the vendors and game characters that are not part of the real game players. They regurgitate the same script to every player. So true. And that's what we have walking around us out here. Kelvin H. thinks it's a skit. And he says, who records and posts a breakup? And then hold the camera up while she walks away. That's a skit to be effective, you know? It is. But Queen of Know Who I Am said, oh my God, I hate people. Yeah. It is true. Most people in society are NPCs and have no self-awareness and do not think for themselves. You're so right. They don't. We're programmed, so many of us. We're not thinkers now, independent thinkers. I don't care. I mean, your close people in your inner circle tell you something that you know for a long time and you trust. And they all say something about a situation, a person, or whatever. Yeah, you're going to lean toward what they said because those are your peeps. But these NPCs, you know, they're regurgitating. We have it online. People who regurgitate stuff they see on other videos. I see something. I'm going to tell you where I got it from. I'm not going to always play it because, you know, on YouTube now, you play somebody else's video. If they don't get permission, you get a strike, a copyright strike. So this is off of TikTok, a little safer, whole different platform. Maybe they have the same thing uploaded on YouTube and they're going to give me an email. I don't know. But this one I played. And you have to see it. I couldn't, there's no way, I know I can explain things pretty good, but this here, I couldn't have described this the way it actually happened. No way. And expressions and stuff like that, it really hit home. If this is a skit, she's a very, very good actress, sorry. Yeah. But yeah, right. Queen, I Know Who I Am, yeah. Even if it is a skit, it happens in real life every day. Exactly. It is heartbreaking, Reese. Lori says, people look at her. Who wouldn't want her? So it has to be more to it. Just thinking outside the box. Bingo, Lori. She's into you? You know? Indigo King 1111. My brother, welcome. People are so strange nowadays. It's hard to trust anything unless you really do your homework on it and check it out again and again and again. Yep, exactly. Because just like folks who live up north and have to layer their clothes to keep the the warm air trapped in and the cold air out. We have layered personalities. So I can see through the third and fourth after a while. And I don't want to be bothered with them kind of people. You know what I mean? But with this, what I'm saying, take it as it is. But just like it was brought up, it might be her. It might be her. You know? It might be her. And maybe he was scared that she might break. That's why he was stuttering and sounding weak. You know? Yep. But yeah, this is a very slick and sick society. Well said. Yep. Most of these men are NPCs. They playing a game on women, running a game. Exactly. Exactly. It's a game. And fellas in the comments section, after this go up as a video, I know there are women who do things to men. We'll talk about that another time. If you want to talk about it, we talk about it. I'm just saying the focus is on this. Surgical precision. That's the way I like to do it. You know, if I'm operating on somebody's heart, don't tell me about your toe. And we don't go to a heart doctor to work on our feet, right? I just wanted to speak on that aspect of it, but I've seen it out in the street, driving the bus, even couples that I've known. You see, when you're driving a bus, it's not just what's on the bus. That's the least of it. You're driving around in the same neighborhood, up and down and up and down and up and down. I can rattle off freestyle some snippets of things I've seen over the years doing that job. You drop somebody off. It's a woman with her man. And she has a child, a little young baby, maybe a year and a half, 2 years old. You go down on the route, you drop them off. Then you drive back and you see cops. And you see him leaned over the cop car with cuffs on, and the cop holding him down in that position. On the back of the cop car, on the back trunk, on the outside. And you see a female cop holding a baby. And you see her with blood dripping all down in front of her face, a black eye. Everything was cool. But at some point after I left, he beat her. He beat her. We're talking relationships type stuff now, because I've seen people stabbed and shot and come back and they're laying out. Like the old man that dressed so well I always tell you about. I dropped him off. Guy was a snazzy dresser. He had clothes so old that they got back in style, except that now, you know, he kind of shrunk, you can tell. I didn't know him from many decades ago, but his belt line was up near his nipple line. You know what I mean? Them old guys, but they rehem their pants. Everything is tight, smelling good, upbeat. Good afternoon, young man. You know, I love the guy. Didn't know his name, but drove down, came back, saw the ambulance, cop cars and stuff. He was trying to cross the street back after I dropped him off, and he got run over. And I couldn't see the way that the ambulance was on the other side of the street. You know, they're not going to just stay on one side. You know, they block traffic. You had to go around. And between the ambulance and I don't know what a fire truck came, but you know, they come to, his hat was on the divider, little concrete raised divider, little short raised divider. His hat was there. And that was a hat he loved to wear. He had a lot of hats. I ain't gonna lie, I busted out crying. I was so hurt. I just talked to the man. Those are his last moments of his life. See, you see things like, I mean, look, we've all seen things. Everybody here in this chat room, you see? We've all seen things. You know? We've all seen things. And we know that lots of times it may or may not be what it seems. Right? But yeah, it is what it is. Let me see here. You don't go to a dentist with an eye problem. You're right. Let me see here. I become numb to these men. I don't put any expectations on them, so this way I don't get disappointed. Excellent, excellent, excellent. No expectations, right? No. Because they can see this thing in you. They can see, when I say the little girl, I'm saying innocence. Even if women have done things in their life, not too severe, but you know, we've all stepped on people's toes in this life. None of us is a saint. Some of us are more saintly than others, though. I'll say that much. You know? But these men, when they see that look in your eye of wonderment and appreciation, it's like they got the hook in a fish's mouth and they pull back and they ride it and they read you and they say what you want to hear and become what you wish you could find. So they're going to get mad at me. I'm not demonizing men. I'm not. I know a lot of good brothers who have been hurt really bad. Really, really bad. You know? And you're right, Al-Kabila man. A righteous man stands alone. That's why after a while, you don't want to be around the clowns. Like, if you find yourself around the clowns who are just out there playing, like I'm not saying you're hanging with them, but if you happen to be in a situation where you're invited somewhere to a social setting and there's people you don't know, and you happen to be sitting amongst those who are the clowns, you know, you notice the woman's shape, you see her body, you see her beautiful looks. We see these things. But after a while, let me talk to you real. And you know what I hate? What I hate? When I got to clean up somebody else's garbage. I don't mean the woman now. What I'm saying is that I understand when a woman is apprehensive when she's talking to me, when she doesn't know me. I understand it, but it hurts me. It hurts me because I know she had to deal with some crap from somebody else to have her guard up like that. But I do understand. I do understand. I do understand. So I have to go through it. I have to go through what this guy put, or a bunch of guys, or most, put in her mind. And first of all, you're not going to detect that thing in me because I never really had it anyway. You know, women who approach me and I was back in the day and, hey, this is what it is, okay? This is what it is. It was never leading first with the little head. You talk, you engage. If that's to happen, it's going to happen. You're a woman and I'm a man. If that's going to happen, it's going to happen. Why push the envelope? Why try to come off like the guys who are just looking for one thing? That thing is there. I know what you got. You know what I got. You know the pleasure it can produce. But what about the pleasure of coming together on so many different levels so that if that does happen and you do come together, it's even sweeter because when you're with somebody on an intimate level, you're celebrating all of the good attributes that they have on the inside while you engage, bumping and grinding if it looks like that. Whatever it is that you're doing, you're happy to be with them because you feel you're with somebody who has a certain type of integrity. Yes, and it sounds corny. You know there's going to be some men in the comment section on this particular video, when it goes up as a video, man, you talking that smack, man. You know that you just want that ass, man. Well, that's all you going to get if that's what you think, or that's how you think. That's all you're going to get. And that's all she going to give, if she gives you that. You see what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say, Al-Kabila man. All of my uncles and aunts stayed together until one of them died. Those days are over. This clown in the park. And maybe, like I said, maybe she could be psycho. Maybe she could be. And it justifies the park thing. But we all go on our gut feeling. And Giant Game was right for bringing that up. And I'm glad she brought that up. I'm glad, because that's another angle. Because see, I have friends who are cops. And they have to go to a domestic job. They call it jobs. In New York, at least. And it may not be what it seems. They've told me stories sometime where the woman is looking like the victim. And she's the one who was the aggressor. Heck, I've been in that situation myself. I'm not going to say with who. It ain't Mrs. Scurv. I'm just saying way back in the day. Brown rice on a boiling stove. Brown rice, well cooked, not just, I'm sitting there by a table trying to be peaceful. This person was trying to provoke an argument. I stayed cool. Boy, I'm glad I learned how to duck a punch, because they walked over there cool and calm, lifted it up, turned around, and threw the whole thing of hot brown rice. I ducked. Lucky I had a sweater on because some got on my shoulder, but none got on my face. It was always my face. Trying to scratch me up, scratch at my face. But then they turned around and called the cops on me. I'm telling it. Scratched themselves up and saw what I did. They weren't buying it. They weren't buying it. See, I've been through some stuff, y'all. But I'm still open to see the other side. You see what I mean? Relationships have meaning only when you're with the one. Anything else outside of that is all experiences and lessons. Yes, I have a lot of experiences and lessons. Maybe I went to that school too much and stayed too long. But I don't know. We have two sides of the same coin. One side says always, well, Lance, you learn a lot of lessons, and that's what made you the person that you are now. And then there's a flip side of that, where I say, well, I would have rather to just wait. But see, I can say that at this point, because I wasn't trying to wait back then. And it wasn't just lust. I've been in my life just passionate toward, I love women. That's what it was. Conversation, the time spent, that good old 70s R&B style of love. You see what I'm saying? Even if it wasn't love. My God, you're beautiful. You're sweet. You have a wonderful personality. Let's go to the pizza joint. Let's go to the restaurant. Let's pizza joint. I was a teenager, right? Make them feel good. Love them. Tell them something nice. Without the whole thing that you're doing this because you just want to go to bed with. Make them feel good every time you see them. Find something good to say to them. God's gift, man, can take away the pain, comfort you, soothe you, rub your shoulder, kiss you on the cheek, make you feel like Superman, make you want to go out in the world and knock the world out for them. When they treat you right, but you got to treat her right. When you do, shoot, you'll be moonwalking, walking, feet off the ground. Yeah, we have disagreements. We have little awkward moments. All beautiful houses, when you make them, they settle. They may have a crack in the foundation, but you can patch the crack up if you have communication. Ain't that something? Durable, Black woman. Long shelf life. They put a little weight on the hips, but it's more to love. And that's okay. Beautiful thing when you can say, remember back when. Even if you don't have it like that. With a sister, it don't take long once you make the connection right. You see what I mean? I'm just kind of flowing right now. I'm just kind of bugging. Right? Let me just put one of these comments up. Okay. Lori Brown again. She could have been the aggressive one. He could have felt like I'm not feeling like the man in this relationship. Some women come in and try to fix everything for a man. You're right again, Lori Brown. That's a whole other topic that I love to talk about. You see what I mean? That's right. Sometimes they have a laundry list of what you're going to do. I've experienced that also. Our Kelby man says, I'm trying to find me a lady, not a hoe. These celebrities are like jackrabbits. They run from hoe to hoe. Sounds like Christmas sometime. Ho, ho, ho. I know. It is challenging. From what I see, it's a lot more challenging than it was back in the golden days. Look, You had undercover hoes back then. I'm not saying all women, oh, you had some. At least they try to hide it. You know what I mean? You found out, but at least you try to hide it. Right? But it was but you're right. Our women carry the God genes. Now somebody later on is gonna have a problem with that in the comment section. Are you one of them brothers that say the black woman is God? Well, she created me. You know what I mean? I don't see nothing busting through the skies, but you know, hey, I don't want to insult nobody, but Jesus never got pregnant. Let's just say symbolically, whether it's an allegory or not. I'm not being disrespectful. I never saw him wave a hand and a baby pop up. Come on now. Be real. And until you're indoctrinated into this whole thing, a little kid at school gets smacked by another little kid, 5, 6 years old. What's the first thing? They don't say Jesus. They say mommy, daddy. But most of the time it's mommy. Right? She is our first God. Just mommy and daddy are the first thing that a child comprehends is God. And then you get older and then you understand that there's a system, there's a creator, whatever you want to call it, it's something bigger. You see? That's right. Came through. Yeah. You're right, brother. And Lori, what you're saying. But many of us hate to hear that. I'm not getting on the passport brothers, but I'm going to get on them. I think I did a show. Yeah, I did a show about them. And I got on them a little bit. Because it's like you're making a mess. I'm not calling our sisters a mess, but you're creating this kind of pain and trauma, whether you did it to somebody else or some, you know, it's a collective. And now you want to run. Don't run. Because chances are, let me just tell you how it is. Let me tell you how it is. I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm out here in Ghana. And these sisters out here, this economy is not too good. There are really there are a lot of good women out here. Don't get me wrong. But in the city, in Accra, when it's faster, they'll charm you and they'll hit you with the bill. And if you think you playing these sisters out here who come off a little different, and I'm talking about come off a little different, the ones who maybe a little downtrodden, but they clean, they dress nice, healthy now. Growing food in their own land, eating the good food, look like they go to the gym and they don't. They're just working so hard. Don't think they stupid. Don't think they stupid. Because when you try to play some of these sisters out here, you got to be real. But a lot of them got game too. But see, it's not presented to you in a way that you might expect it when you back in the West. Because you trying to use these women for sex, they're going to gank you for money. And lots of times, culturally, maybe they can't relate to you, but you got that money. And maybe a connection to get back West. But lots of times, they're going to take that money and bring it back to the man that they know here that they're dealing with. And I've seen some sick things. Not everybody, but some of them. I remember I was walking down the street. It was a situation, not a bad, just something I did, something I was walking. And I was coming from this particular place. That's what I mean to say. What was you doing? You can say as you was walking. No, I wasn't doing nothing bad. And one of the cab drivers nearby noticed that I was walking by myself in an area where a lot of people were coupled up. And I went into an establishment and came out and he was still there. And he said, "Hey man, you by yourself?" I said, "Unless you can see other people walking around me that I don't see." I said it laughing. I wasn't being a smart ass. He said, "Man, I get you, girl. I get you, girl." I said, what? Because you know the accent. He was saying it fast. You're going to get me a girl. So I'm not a pedophile. I wasn't smart out of that day. I don't mess with girls. No. I get you woman. I get you good woman. And he began to go down the list of what she can do for me. I said, nah, man, I'm all right. I'm cool. And I found out that there are some men who have wives or sisters, but wives that they are trying to peddle off to a next man. And it's not like he's pimping her where, oh, give her money for this and she'll do that. No. They're going to try to make it seem like she's interested in you, to position you to get money out of you. And that's your wife. That's not all of those here now, but there's a faction of it. It's real. I never saw nothing like that with no wife. Unless you're all on methamphetamine and crack, the whole combo. Passport brothers are funny to me. They're the ones going across the world to find a relationship. Bye. Good luck with that. Now, you're right. The ones who get on, nah. I'm out here in the Philippines. I'm out here in Vietnam. I'm taking my pension, and she's giving me a manicure right now. And you know what else she's gonna be doing on her knees? And she goes all the way front, back, rooter to the tutor. I don't use as much toilet paper no more, if you know what I mean. Like I watch these things. I'm like, okay. I'm not against anybody falling in love with anybody of us, right? I'm not against that. But you purposely say that you're going to fly somewhere else and I don't want to deal with you if you're an American woman or a Western-minded woman, which I'm not saying that's bad. And you're saying they're all bad, like Farrakhan said, get mad at the men who made these women that way. It could be a daddy, could be an uncle, could be just being emotionally ghosted by the people in your life. There's a reason for these people are the way they are for a reason. People are the way they are for a reason. You just want to demonize everybody and just run somewhere else and think you can run that game. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it works. But remember, passport brothers, when you drop down in another country, you stand out. You're different. And the general consensus is that, oh, you came here, you've got money. They do a lot of that in DR, Dominican Republic. Yeah. That's like one of the closest spots. And down there, those women, they're about their business. Don't worry about charming me. Give me the money. I'll give you what you want. That's prostitution. There are clubs here that are legit. That if the prostitutes haven't made their quota for the night, they go into the club, the nightclubs. I've seen this with my own eyes. I'm going to have to do a LANCESCURV undercover and make you see some things. Out here. Straight up. And the guys are like, whoa. She's hanging out of her clothes. Because they just came off the street. And they pose as women who just came there by themselves. And the guys are going crazy. They'll let the guys get them a drink and touchy-feely on them a little bit, get them all aroused, get them outside. They head into the hotel and they let them know, listen, this ain't free. And by that time, the guy's so far gone in his arousal, if a mosquito landed on his penis and bit it, he'd have an orgasm. Serious. Men are so easily manipulated. And they go abroad. And you go on and mess with some of these foreign women. Right? I'm not saying it's all bad, but you go playing around with them. You don't know what you got coming at you. You take your chance. But again, like I said, I'm not against if you meet somebody from another country and it's sincere. And it's not about parading this woman around or what she does for you to your sisters in America. you got a problem if you do that. Because if you're into the woman, you ain't worried about nothing else. It's like the one I did there, the show I did with the black girl and the white man, and she's, you know, I hope Dr. Umar see this. You know, she jumped up in the comment section within hours of doing that video. Oh, you talking about my video? Because she wanted attention. So if you found the love of your life that treats you so good, what are you doing making videos? This takes time. It takes time. Don't it? I mean, damn, you edit it and uploading and you make channels for this. Passport Brothers. I mean, they're all not the same name, but it's about being a passport brother, right? You make channels on this, but you claim that you're happy somewhere else. You ain't happy if you're doing that. You're not happy. You got a vendetta. You've been deeply hurt or slighted because maybe you weren't slighted because she was trying to do something to you. You was trying to do some slick stuff and got caught or got discovered or got put in your place. So now you want to go and fly all the way and I'm going to bring my camera, I'm going to do videos, and I'm going to show them. Look, man, let me tell you something. This is 2023. Most men, if they carry themselves right, take care of themselves, you can, I mean, I'm not saying all women are like this, but you can go out there and find somebody to lay in the bed with you right now tonight. You don't know what their motivation is. I'm not saying they're out there just waiting around for you. No decent woman's going to do that like that. You know, even when you have chemistry, you know, things can get hot and heavy, but it ain't going to happen like that in this day and age. It's no big accomplishment. You got game on your mind. Oh, man, you calling back your friend saying what you did, but you don't call them when you're in the clinic. Hey, man, you know, I got me an STD. You keep that part quiet, don't you? And some people are just vampires, man. They like to gut people. They like to see that look of desperation. I don't know what that is. Maybe you were hurt or something way back in the day. And this goes for both men and women. And it's a pleasure they derive like a vampire. And you sitting there hurt and shocked like, oh my God, you know? We breaking up. I mean, what did I do? You got somebody like what she did in the video. And they're sitting there like something sucking blood out of somebody. You see the tigers or the pit bull get the fangs around the neck of somebody. They're biting down in the neck and twisting there. I'm getting it. What thrill do you get from doing that? It's just something I can't comprehend. So you have to vet people, y'all. You better take your time, because those wounds, let's just say he was wrong in this one, right? If he was wrong, look at the wounds that she has now. I'm not saying it's her fault, because maybe he was a charmer and made it seem like it was all right. But you can't even trust the natural succession of time. And okay, we did this. Like it made sense at the time. You know, how we got to this point made sense type thing. You can't even trust that. We were together for 5 years and, you know, he showed me every step of the way. And then something happens and you realize you don't even know this person. Like, what the heck? It's, you know, oh, yes, a good one here. I was standing up for a second. Facts. Going places where you don't know or understand the culture can give you bigger problems. But in most countries, their money goes further, so you just lower your standards. Cheaper is not good. You're right. Makes you target too. That's right. They love that money. That's right. You can't trust most Airbnbs in foreign countries. Wow. And see, every topic that we speak about, it stokes and stimulates for another topic, because all of these things are overlapping. If you really think about it, You know, one leads into the other. You know, you don't have separate train tracks for each destination. Trains go in different ways, sometimes use the same track, overlapping, and then it goes its own way. So now we have more questions, different things to talk about. And that's how I roll. You see? Wow. It's amazing. I'm going to wrap this down in a few. And I'm glad this video came to me. You know, it really hit home. And of course, we have a full range of things that we talk about in different categories as they come. Because for me, I got to see something in it. I just can't. Today on the news, they got people that report news. I'm not just sitting here to report news. Or maybe a different angle on something that's popular or trending, and that's what I see in it. And again, it's not like all about me. People come on in and talk, right? But I mean, it does say LANCESCURV up there. So it's, you know, but I'm not on the ego tip. Like, you're wrong. It's all about me. No, I don't do that. Like Giant Game brought up the first year to bring up the thing that was she might be the problem. And I had to accept that because it could be true. You just don't know. That look on the left could be a look of sadness and being hurt. Or maybe she's got that's the look before she gets psycho when she was behind closed doors. If she was that way, and not all the way psycho, but I'm just saying, you know, 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. You know, yes, Giant Game. We still have to uplift our sisters and try to understand them when they do seem to be off. Is there a hospital that our sisters can go to other than us? We understand them. Even when they're hurting sometime and treating us funny, it's a cry for help. And they want us to step in, not run away. That hurts more. And the man that runs away as a passport brother, he hurting too. Come home. Come home to your woman. And if you do meet somebody from another country, hope that, don't let it be motivated by putting down your sisters in America or in the West, because it could be Canada, right? Don't do that. Then something's wrong with you. And any passport chick that is a recipient of the passport brother's affection or fake affection, mainly erection, you got to wonder, like, why is he always talking about women back home and black women and all American? He's not into you. He's using you as a tool to spite somebody else if he comes off that way. I know a lot of men who went maybe away in the military and they didn't have the venom. And they might have got with somebody and had a child and stayed with them. And even then, things don't stay perfect. I'm not knocking you if you find another sister or brother from another country and get with them. But don't use it as a way to hurt those who you came up with and say all of this and all of that. No. There's a lot of sisters that are in America and in the West that are good women, but because now it's popular now online, and they push the narrative. So the youngsters that come up and have a problem, if it's a sister who has a problem with a black man and she goes on and sees these channels because she's hurt, it fuses with her heart. It becomes part of her credo now. And she starts parroting the same thing because she's been manipulated. And the same thing for the black man against the black woman. He went through a bad experience with a woman who he says was bad, but was bad because some man made her bad. So it's the emotionally draining gift that keeps on giving. Hurt. Hurt people, right? Hurt people. I'll give it. Wow. And sometimes they're hurt too. And they, you know, I mean, look, every situation we can think of is legit in life because we've seen it all. We've seen it all. So we can't say, oh, no, it's not that. It's, you know. It is what it is. Queen, I know who I am. She was equal opportunity mess. Exactly. I'm not going to sit here and play the blame game. But when we're hurting, we want what's ours. Even if you're hurting and somebody comes to you and they don't have the intentions of trying to bed you down. There have been times I've been hurt when the world didn't know it. And sometimes there have been people who are damn near strangers. Lance, we met at that party last week and we have that mutual friend, but, we're in Walmart right now and I kind of see that, and I'm like, listen, I'm going through something right now. Talk to me about it. And we talked. She wasn't trying to get me or wasn't trying to get her. Why can't we give each other unconditional love? Why can't we do that? What is wrong? Look, I don't know about other races. I know we need us. No matter what, we need us. At the end of the day, we need us. We're designed for each other. We need us. We're the antidote. We all need to heal and do self-care and get ourselves right to serve our people. We need each other to serve ourselves. We're the only ones that are the antidote that feel right. We're made for each other. We're not made to lay around with everybody. But there's that essence, for me as a man, right? There's that essence of the black woman that she has given me so freely. We're not talking about bedding nobody down. But a kind word and a hug. Not no grinding thing. Not no, look. Let me just say it. If she had big titties and I feel them on me and I'm hurting, I'm not feeling titties in a sexual way. A body part that is not even made to be sexualized. It's been made sexualized. If I'm hurting, I don't care if she got negative A cups. I don't care. The essence, that soothing balm, not B-O-M-B, B-A-L-M, like when you rub something on you, but it's the emotions rubbing. You give me a part of your love that you have for the little baby, that you have for the elderly parent, that you had for somebody who just got hit in a car accident, and you cradle their head and say, listen, they called the ambulance and they're coming and it's going to be all right. That thing ain't got nothing to do with vagina. Ain't got nothing to do with that. I've seen so many sisters come to the rescue the moment at a crucial time when it was much needed, even throughout their own pain. Even throughout their own pain. This woman here, let's just say it was what it seemed to be, where he was a jerk and broke up with her and hurt her. We know it could be the other way where she was the one psycho and they had to meet in the park. But let's say that this woman here, if that's what it was, the way they presented it, and something happened with another black man, he's laid out in the street, or maybe he saw another woman stabbing him and she was wrong or something. You think she gonna say, oh, that nigga back there just broke over me, the hell with you, handle yours? No. They still find a way to muster up throughout all of their pain, love for somebody on an unconditional level. I don't care who it is. I've seen it in the street. I've seen it in churches sometime. I've seen it in jails and prisons. Jails and prisons. Oh, I got a chance to study human nature right then and there. Oh, thank you for the compliment, Queen. I know who I am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, focus on yourself. When you love yourself, radiates to radiates to the universe. It'll attract good energy to you. Turn the desperation down. You're right, Al-Kebulin man. Most cats today don't know how to have an intelligent, decent conversation with a real lady. They only can talk about sports and entertainers. I love to read, research, and write. Well-versed. Yes, you are. Get your conversation game up, y'all. And it's not game. I'm talking to the fellas. Be interesting. Stop using actual game. I mean, that's the way I talk when I say conversation game to game women. Put some sense in your head. I had a wonderful exchange encouraging a young lady earlier who's going into certain businesses. I brainstormed with a little bit, shot some voicemails back, encouraged her, made a connection, not with me and her, but with somebody I know that is in her line of work. I said, y'all would be good for each other. I wasn't trying to get in the middle of that. Well, you know, girl, you go out with me. No, man. We don't know how limited our time is. They might get together and make a multi-million-dollar whatever. The one I hooked her up with is up there already. But I see something in this young lady, and I want to connect them. They might be at my funeral. I might be at theirs. They may say, damn, Lance, you connected us, and we did something good for the world. Can't we see beyond our own carnal desires or carnal addictions? See, desires is okay because you can control those. Those are logical. Right? But the addictions that we allow ourselves, and the carnal addictions, things we can't stop doing, things we want to do, addictions at all costs. We don't care who we hurt. You see? It's brainstorm, the challenging of the mind. That's wonderful because we waste so much time with the games and accusing each other and bad-mouthing each other. And who do you think are watching these videos of us bad-mouthing each other? It's the people who don't look like us. They love it. It's entertainment for them. Come on, honey, grab a beer and let's watch the niggers argue. You know what I mean? They'll never get anywhere. That's what they see. It ain't just us. It might be one or two of them in the chat room now with a black face on the avatar. We calling them brother or sister. At least let them be real with who they are. They know us more than we know them. Trust me. From way back. Well, I started studying black people when I used to watch the Jeffersons. I used to watch Good Times and all this rap stuff. You know what I mean? And we think they don't know us. A lot of them know us better than we know ourselves. The amused look on their face when that black woman who is dignified gets pissed at the office on the job. Yeah? I didn't know Beulah was like that, but I knew she had it in her, but I didn't know it was going to come out like that. You see how she put her hand on her hip and shaking her head? All of them do that. Piss them off, and they looking at you amused. They so amused, they trying to hide the smile. They smiling, but they squinting their eyes, make it seem like they looking at something. They laughing at you. They laughing at you. They laughing at us. That's right. They laugh at us as men when we call our women bitchs. They laughing at us. We are conquered. I'm not going to talk about the booty thing, conquered people, but you know, you telling a white dude, yeah, I'm going to get some booty tonight. It reinforces the fact that we're conquered. That's something. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, our Kibble man. Yes, indeed. They hate to see us enjoying ourselves. They hate to see a black man clean and well-dressed. They hate to see a black woman with a natural hairstyle. They're laughing at the blonde fake horse hair. Yes, they are. At this day and age, how are you going to be pro-black? Even if you're not that all the way, but I'm not saying card carrying, rah, 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 okay? But even if you're not that, why are you going to do that? That's a white flag to the other people. You're saying to them, I'm safe. I'm not going to challenge your status quo. I'm not going to challenge your world. I just want to fit in. Give me my little government job, corporate job, and I won't make no problems for you. I'll tap dance when you want, and I won't rouse up with these other people who are like LANCESCURV. Because you remember, Miss Baby Powder told you, all them years I've been in the job right along with her, I stayed out that break room. You spoke to me, I spoke to you. If you're a weirdo, I'm going to keep on stepping. And I did not have no permanent smile and tap dancing shoes on. Even the supervisors didn't mess with me. When I called to them on the radio, they answered. Because I handled most of the situations out in the street that could have gotten volatile. I know how to handle people. I think that's obvious. And sometimes situations you can't help. But 99.9% of the situation, when I'm working, they knew I was not going to call on no foolishness, major or minor. I just do my report and that's it. I didn't play. For years, I did not play. I went into that break room downtown 2 times. 2 times in all the years that I worked there. It was only because I had to go to the computer. But to go in there and hang out between bus runs, hey man, did you hear what happened down on the 37 route? Oh man, the bus driver saw his girlfriend out there in the car with a dude with his head in the lap. Who was it? No, I'm thinking about my next show, my next drawing, my next article, the conversations I was having on a deeper level. Sure, I can shoot the crap with the people in the street when they talk low vibrational. I'm one of the best, but that's not where my head is at. I'm talented that way. But I don't want to keep talking like that, make you think I'm that way. But when the Rome do what the Romans do, that's how I get by. You see? Not to be fake, but you can't come out here when people are vibrating on a lower frequency. No. Our sisters are queens. We know that, but they don't want to hear that. They want to see that ass. That's where they are. So I got to meet them there. Yeah, man. She do got a nice ass, but check this out. There's more to it than that, man. Give me your ear for 5 minutes. Oh, I hear you be that bus driver that be talking that righteous stuff. I say, yeah, but I just want to make you think. I heard what you had to say. I agree. She got a nice ass. That disarms them. Now they want to hear what I got to say. And they come back later the next day. Yo, man, it was kind of deep what you said, man. And you can't pour it on them and try to, change things overnight like that. No. Just drop a little bit on them. Make them see something different. Then they come back to you. So SCURV, well, what you think about? So see, now you got them because you got them thinking. You see? That's what it is. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it down. So anybody want to say anything? Want to come into the show and make a comment? I don't know. Let me drop a link here real quick. I'm gonna ease it up out of here. I am not gonna stay long. So if you come in and say something, we ain't gonna say nothing for 2 hours, whatever. But the man got a few other things I got to do tonight. Wow, didn't know that's the time. Didn't know. Oh yeah, down low men. You know what? We're gonna talk about down low men tomorrow. I want to talk about down low men. I'm gonna talk about that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. We talked about it before, but I've gotten further intel in the inner workings of the down low men. Because you got them out here too. Don't let the ox fool you. Don't let the kente cloth fool you. And as a matter of fact, half these Ghanaian brothers ain't wearing no ox and no kente cloth. They wear the European suits. Trust me. Queen, I know who I am. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the comments and all the wonderful things you said. Lori Brown, Nick Shara, our Kebby Man, of course, Landon. Now, if I go up this whole chat room, I'll be, not to dismiss anybody. Sister Reese, everybody counts. We do this so frequent that, I see you. Indigo King, and I love all of you, That's what it's all about. So, yes, I'm going to wrap it down now. Man, I can go on for 5 and 6 hours, but what does that prove? Or you'll be signing off all quiet. Like, damn, they don't keep on going and whatnot. Once it hits around 2 hours, you know, if I do an hour, 2, whatever, because it keep coming back, you know, I had some things to do early on, so I didn't do anything earlier. It came out now, so it's just one today. That's cool. You know what I mean? But relationships and things, I'm going to talk more about more relationship stuff because we all can relate, you know? Yes, yes. Yes, Denise, how are you? And thank you so much for the donation and the little correction. I just want to say it. Thank you, Queen. I know who I am. I'm getting tongue twisted here, right? Gotta drink a little water. The Cash App is not LANCESCURV. The Cash App is LANCESCURV Live. And I'm going to put something up. I'm going to make a little graphic with that tomorrow. I'm not trying to insinuate, you know, anything. Just that if you do support, we'll send it to the right place because, you know, I did have LANCESCURV, but I use LANCESCURV Live right now because mostly everything I do is LANCESCURV. The other thing is, at the end of LANCESCURV, there is no E. It's just a V, right? There's no problem, no biggie. But yeah, LANCESCURV Live is the Cash App. Right? Zelle and PayPal is SCURV Media at gmail.com. And you know, I'm not out here, hit the cash app. No, I don't do that. But for those who do, I just want to clarify because I know it can be annoying to retract it and then send it again and all that stuff. Long story, but that's what it is, you know. Anyway, you all have a wonderful night. And I appreciate you all being here. It is much earlier where you are than it is for me. So it's probably on the East Coast, 9 p.m., right? Going on 9 p.m. Well, it's 2 o'clock in the morning for me right now in a few seconds. But I'm good. I'm good because I live East Coast. My body's here and I live here, but I live East Coast. That's what it is. So anyway, let me sign off. And I'm just so glad that you all are here with me. Let me play my little friend here, a little outro. Much love to you all, everybody. Take care. And I will see you tomorrow earlier. All right? Much love.
So, hello, this is Martha. Actually, today I got to meet my friend Lance. Yes, I got to meet my friend Lance. This is my first time meeting him in person, and he's a very kind man, seriously. I do talk with him on phone, on WhatsApp, but I've never got to meet him. But today, it's just extraordinary. He's very, anything you want to know about life, anything you want to know about just human, anything you want to know about life, please. YouTube, Telegram, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media channels, you got to find him there. He's very inspiring. He's very positive. If you want anything positive about life, please subscribe to LANCESCURV. And then every day you got to see different videos, different talks, different topics about life. See you.